Hey, what's going on, Who That Nation? It's yours truly, TJ Jones, the host of the State of the Saints podcast. This is a little ride along. About to head over to the Kroger, get some groceries real quick.
In 1 mile.
Turn left towards 62nd Avenue and 80.
I don't think I'm gonna need the GPS. But how y'all doing this morning? Hope everybody, nobody jumped out the window. Nobody fell down those stairs. Nobody on suicide watch or anything like that because what the Saints did on last night. If you have not heard, the New Orleans Saints drafted center Cesar Ruiz out of Michigan. And got a little bit of an uproar from the Who That Nation. You know what really ticked me off about people sometimes? When I do videos and I'm just talking about stuff that people agree with, I don't hear from nobody. I don't hear from them. I don't hear nobody saying anything to me about nothing that I say, that's positive. If I talk about Drew Brees being underappreciated, amen. I talk about Sean Payton, being a good head coach, no problem. I start talking about players and how I feel like those players are some of the best players in the league, no problem. But as soon as I say something about the New Orleans Saints that's critical, you got all these people out here that's talking about you fake, you phony, you not a real fan, you don't know what you're talking about, we don't know what we talking about as fans. We not real fans. We closet GMs. I give my opinion. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. But I'd be lying to y'all if I didn't tell you that I spend countless hours researching the stuff that I say. I don't just give you all a bunch of BS when I get behind a camera. When I talk, I took time and I analyzed it. Sometimes I might even take 3 or 4 takes if I pre-record it because I want to make sure that I'm giving people the right information. I take what I do very, very seriously. And, I put myself into a position where, people want to hear from me. And that's not arrogant, but it is humbling at the same time. I appreciate it. I don't have any problems with anybody if anybody disagree with me. But at the same time, I'm really starting to not care what anybody says. Real talk. Because you got some people out here that just want to take you down. They see that people are really listening, really supporting you. And I don't know if people just get pissed off by that. They mad because they want to do what I'm doing. They want to be behind the camera. They want to be able to, expound on things like I do. That's not my fault. It's not my fault, bruh. I'm just passionate about the team. When I was 6 years old, I wanted to do broadcasting. When I was 6 years old, that's when I fell in love with the Saints because that was the time that I had an appreciation and I can appreciate the team. I done been with the Saints through the ups, through the downs, trials, tribulations, coaching changes, player changes. But, and I'm going to continue to criticize things that I don't understand. I did not understand why the New Orleans Saints drafted an offensive lineman in the first round. And people like, man, there's a mystery to the madness. There's a mystery to the madness. Look, man, some of y'all just got Stockholm syndrome when it comes to the Saints. Anything the Saints do, y'all think it's just the best thing since sliced toast bread. Y'all always got, man, I believe in the Saints. I believe. Were y'all believing when the New Orleans Saints on 3rd and 1 ran a halfback toss with Alvin Kamara when they had Latavius Murray? Did y'all believe in the Saints? The play before Tommy Lee Lewis and the controversial 9 call? Sean Payton put the ball in the air and Drew Brees incompleted the pass to stop the clock? Did y'all believe in it then? Because I got a boatload of emails and inboxes from people that were criticizing them then. It's amazing to me how people like, in Peyton I trust. Man, some of y'all just forever indebted to him because he gave y'all a Super Bowl. Me personally, I love Sean Payton, but he is not beyond criticism. I'd like to know why. And people like, oh, they just gonna slide Eric McCoy on the inside and make him a guard, and they're gonna give Larry Warford, they're probably gonna try to shop him around. I don't understand why. I don't. I just don't understand. The only logical explanation that I have, Who Dat Nation, the only logical explanation that I have is this is a Ryan Ramczyk, Alvin Kamara type draft. That's what this is. This is an Alvin Kamara, Ryan Ramczyk type draft. And what I mean by that is they're trying to free up Larry Warford, who has a nice little contract. I think he can get about $8-9 million a year, probably even more. And they're trying to free up space to try to pay Ryan Ramczyk, Marshawn Lattimore, and Alvin Kamara when that time comes. So it's easier to have a rookie contract versus having a veteran contract. So I feel like that's what they're probably trying to do. Okay, fine. But at the same time, I don't feel like it's necessary unless Alvin Kamara's agent told you that he's not coming to training camp, because you already signed Lattimore to a 5th-year option. So you already got this year to negotiate a contract with Lattimore. And you can even go into the offseason and not bring back Warford, and you'll still have the money. And then you'll probably have more money because Drew Brees most likely will retire. But what do I know? You just talking out your behind, TJ. You don't know what you're talking about. You're an armchair GM. I might be a lot of things, but an armchair GM ain't one. And some of you just call me an armchair GM because you can't criticize the Saints, because you can't see the forest through the trees, because you're living in denial. You will continuously watch the New Orleans Saints screw up in the playoff year after year and give up big play after big play with no problem, and still say the same status and still have that same Stockholm Syndrome type mentality and go at other Saints fans that criticize it. I believe in the Saints. I believe in them. They gonna do what they gotta do to win. You fake. Yeah, the Saints just lost by a controversial 9 call. You fake. The Saints just gave up a big play to Adam Thielen. You fake. Y'all ain't real. I'm saying who the real Saints fans is. People tired of watching the Saints screw up in the playoffs. People tired of watching the Saints do crazy, unnecessary things when they don't have to. Has the playoffs taught y'all anything? That Sean Payton just underanalyze situations. Has that not taught y'all anything? Like, honestly, has that not taught y'all anything? Some of y'all just do not want to see it. Y'all just trust this man with all y'all heart and soul and might and don't want to say anything about it because y'all feel like, oh, we're in a better position than we've been ever in the history of this franchise. Well, let me tell you something, man. The franchise doesn't end. Okay? It don't end with one Super Bowl in 2009. It does not. This is sad, man. This is some sad stuff, folks. That people just sit up here and just constantly subject themselves and don't want to say nothing. And then you come in my inbox and people like, oh, they're Saints, so I can understand why other teams call the Saints crybabies. Man, whatever. I'm only a crybaby when I don't agree with something that everybody else says. That's when you're a crybaby. You're a crybaby when you go against the grain, when you go against the masses, when you're saying something negative about the Saints. That's when you're a crybaby. But you the man. Oh, you be telling the truth. Oh, preach. You get 100 emoji because, you talking about the Saints. Oh, boy, you preaching to the choir right there, boy. You doing what you supposed to do. But let somebody say something about one of these Saints players. Oh, man, I've been stopped following him. You always complaining. I don't always complain. That's just what most people see. That's what most people see. And that's when I really, like, y'all want to talk about real fans? That's when I know who the real supporters are. Because real supporters go to my YouTube channel and they look at the videos that I put out and they see the content that I put out. Most of you are probably just mad because y'all can't do the ish that I do. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. And I'm not trying to be arrogant, but most people just be hating on you because they see you doing something that you're passionate about. They love to hate when you're doing something that you love to do. But guess what? All the haters out there, y'all not going to stop me. Y'all not going to stop me from doing what I'm doing. Y'all not going to stop me from analyzing this team and criticizing them when necessary. The pick did not make sense. If you think the pick makes sense, fine. If the Saints would have picked a punter, half of you, man, well, you know, Thomas Morstead, when you was kicking into the wind, it was going more north than south. That makes sense. The Saints get a kicker, Will Lutz, out here calling Will Clutch. Well, you know, I mean, Will Lutz did miss that field goal in the playoffs. Y'all will find solutions to everything. Y'all sit up there and find solutions to everything. And it makes me sick. And I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad about what I'm saying to most of you fans, because half of you don't know what the hell y'all talking about anyway. Most of you just think that true Saints fans are defined by defending the team. That's what y'all think. But half of y'all probably don't know a damn thing about the team before 2006. Y'all probably been following the team, been jumping on the bandwagon, and y'all just been hopping on, and now y'all feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying, 15 years have passed, oh, I'm a real fan. Don't come at me, bruh. Don't come at me, man. Bobby Hebert, Jim Everett, Heath Schuler, Billy Joe Hobart, Billy Joe Tolliver. Come on now. Jeff Blake, Aaron Brooks. Yeah, y'all better step y'all game up before you come at me talking about I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. We talking about Buddy D, Buddy Delaverto. We talking about Hokey Gajon right here, bruh. You know what I'm saying? We talking about Mike Tatilier, the late, great Frank Davis out there at WWL. I said it last night. These guys were the people that motivated me to do radio. Jim Henderson. So before y'all come at me, I'm New Orleans to the bone. From crawfish, red beans and rice, hot sausage on French. You cannot check my New Orleans card, homie. I'm New Orleans through and through, no matter what. So next time y'all try to come at me, next time y'all think that I'm out here criticizing the team and that's just my whole shtick, go and watch my videos. Otherwise, all I gotta do is say, shut the hell up. The pick didn't make sense. They didn't have to make the pick. It wasn't necessary. They didn't need to pull a trigger. Go look at Pro Football Focus. Go look at Larry Warford's stats. Larry Warford has 976 snaps. He gave up 6 penalties and 2 sacks the entire season. The entire season. And y'all up here talking about, man, Larry Warford played bad. Man, shut up. Shut up. Larry Warford played bad? Larry Warford played bad. This man gave up 2 sacks the entire season and 6 penalties, and he played bad. That's your excuse right there. Shut up. Shut up. The Saints needed a linebacker, a potential future quarterback, a cornerback. They did not need a center. They could have got an offensive lineman in the 3rd round. They could have made some moves in the 2nd round. So, I don't care what anybody says. Look, Cesar Ruiz might go on to be an all-pro. He might be a Pro Bowler. My rant has absolutely nothing to do with the guy. I think he's going to be a fantastic player. But it didn't make sense. And anybody that thinks it makes sense, once again, you just got Stockholm Syndrome. You will agree with anything the Saints do. You will agree with anything the Saints do. People putting out long little statuses and long little paragraphs and I have a dream speeches talking about how this pick made sense. Maybe y'all trying to do it for clicks. Maybe y'all trying to do it for follows. Maybe y'all trying to do it because y'all want people to jump on board. I don't know. I don't know. That's what people do though. That's what people do. They try to be contrarians because they feel like controversy sells. That's what they think. They think controversy sells. So if they sell you something that's controversial, you'll want to click on it. Me, like I said, I have about 13,000 followers of this page. I in no way want anybody to follow me because they think that I'm just going to be talking positive all the time. I'm going to give you a real analysis on the Saints. And I don't care if you don't like what I'm saying, don't follow me, because I don't do these things for likes. I don't do these things for follows. I don't do these things because I want everybody to gravitate to me. What I appreciate about this page, because anybody that followed this page followed me because I was genuine. And I'm going to be that way until the breath leave my body. So once again, the New Orleans Saints, that pick didn't make sense. I would debate anybody about that. You can put up as many articles you want to about how the Saints messed up in the playoffs, but we're going to still negate the fact that our famous quarterback, our great quarterback, Drew Brees, fumbled the football and played like hot garbage most of the game. Well, he didn't have no protection. He didn't have no protection. Oh, he didn't have no protection. That's the reason why they lost, because the Drew Brees didn't have no protection. When are we going to start criticizing people? When are we starting to start looking at things for being what they are? I don't know. I don't know, man. Call it for what it is. It's every time the Saints lose a game, oh, the offensive line wasn't protecting Drew. It's amazing to me how Teddy Bridgewater went 5-0. It's amazing to me how Taysom Hill lost his doggone mind in the playoffs. But we can't criticize and say what it really was that Drew Brees did not play well. But we rather go up here and try to make sense out of them drafting the offensive line. Oh, that's why they got him, because of Drew. 2 games you can say the offensive line played like hot garbage. Maybe 3 if you count the Rams game, because I feel like they probably were demoralized because Drew was gone. But the Falcons and the Vikings game. But last time I checked, man, they got about 14 more games to play. You play 14, wait a minute, let's see. You play 17 games. You play 17 games and offensive line have 2 bad games. I'll take that. I'll take it. I would take 2 bad games out of 17. So that's just the way I feel about it. And no, I'm not in my feelings. I'm just passionate. If people call it in their feelings, I call it passion. That's just what it is. Some of these Saints fans need to hear this. But that's just all I got to say about it. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to still say it. I'm going to shout it from the rooftops. This pick didn't make sense. If you roll with me, roll with me. If you don't. But I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, and that's giving you the best analyzing I can. That's all I do. I don't do it for clicks. I don't do it for likes or follows. I do it for the love of the New Orleans Saints. Till next time, all I got to say is, who dat?